My name is John and I'm doing a presentation on mussels. Mussels are in the kingdom Animalia, the phylum Mollusca, and the class Bivalvia, and there are over 100 known species. So this is a diagram of a mussel. So you see the water goes in the urncurrent siphon, and then it goes through the gills where it filters out oxygen and plankton that it gets from the seawater, and then it exits through the excrete siphon. The foot is used for movement, the shell for protection and support for soft tissues, and the mantle secretes calcium carbonate, which is used to build the shell. The external shell is composed of two hinged valves, which are joined together on the outside by a ligament and are closed when necessary by strong internal muscles. The shells are usually wedge-shaped or pear-shaped and range from 5 to 15 centimeters, and they're smooth, ribbed, and often have a hairy covering. They're dark blue or dark greenish brown on the outside, and on the inside they're often pearly, and they usually appear in large clusters. Mussels live in the low and mid intertidal zones in temperate seas, and they're all found all over the world. Other species live in tropical areas, but not as much as in temperate zones, and a smaller amount prefer salt marshes or quiet bays, and while others thrive in pounding surfs, completely covered wave-washed rocks. And so you can see here, there's the coast, and then the splash zone is where limpets are, and there's the intertidal zone where there's mussels and also hermit crabs, barnacles, limpets, and then in the low tidal zones there's kelp and invertebrates. Mussels are important in the ecosystem because they're known as ecosystem engineers because they modify aquatic habitat. They make it suitable for themselves and in connection to other organisms. Their shell provides an important substrate for algae and insect larvae to attach to. And when they're present in large numbers, the algae that grows in their shells attracts fish, so they become like underwater gardens. And because they attach themselves to waterbeds using their abyssal threads, they may stabilize the bottom of a waterbed, which minimizes the effects of flood and wave action. Mussels are at the bottom of the food chain, and their common predators include humans, starfish, seabirds, and dog whelk. So then there's the video. And some fun facts is mussels have been cultivated for almost 800 years in Europe and has been used as a food source for more than 20,000 years. And some settlements in Scotland can be identified by large amounts of mussel shells found nearby, because that was usually their main source of food. And the mussels are very popular as a food, and the world production of mussels from aquaculture have an annual 1.2 million tons, and comes with an economic value of over $500 million. Mussels feed entirely on plankton, so by doing this they can filter up to 65 liters of water a day. And muscle meat is rich in protein, has much less fat, and much more mineral nutrients, and is a quarter of the calories of beef. And then there's a quiz, my references. Thanks for listening. Any questions? That's my presentation.